Welcome to GrizzlieKnits, my knitting and crocheting podcast. So glad that you are here. I think we're up to episode 52 today, and I have lots to share with you. It's been a few weeks, so I managed to get some finished objects in, and I have a lot of WIPS, too many. If you go back a few videos, I talk about this great organizational system I had of doing a WIP in each category and not moving ahead till I finished. Well, it erased that. Erased that whole video because I'm just casting on things, and now I have gift knitting to do, and there's a lot, but I am having fun, and that's what matters. I don't even know if I said who I am. I think I did. I am coming to you from a very gloomy day in Toronto, Canada. It's still a little bit warm here, if you can believe it. And I'm getting very warm. My season of life is not allowing me to wear many sweaters right now. So I am in my cardigan era and my tank top era, which is kind of sad because I have a pile of sweaters and I don't know if I'm going to get to them this year. Anyway, we're just going to enjoy what we are in. Okay, let's start. I'm wearing my first finished object. It is the Partyline scarf by YoungFolk Knit. And let me see what I did here. Okay, I started this September 24th and I finished it October 5th. It's a pretty quick knit. I think it would be a great gift knit if somebody likes wearing scarves like this. You have to judge who you're giving it to. And I've worn it a few times and I'm really happy with it, but I have some younger females that I need to make gifts for. Not sure it's their thing. I use Lichen and Lace in their organic merino, and the colorway is peach tea. And I'm already getting hot, so we're starting off. But I'm going to show you it a little closer. It's so pretty, so fall. And I really enjoyed making it. I used 4mm needles, followed the pattern, I think exactly. All right, we are gonna move on to our next finished object, which are my pumpkins. Here they are. So let me go and find what I did. Now I made up this pattern. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down, it's a really easy pattern, I'm gonna write it down below, where I'm gonna write everything down below, all the designers that I talk about, the patterns I talk about, and any shops that I talk about. But I am gonna write down this pattern for you so that you can make your own pumpkin. And where'd it go? Here it is. I called it Pick a Pumpkin. Because, fun fact, I was a kindergarten teacher many years ago, and one of our favorite fall songs was Pick a Pumpkin. It was so cute. So I named this pattern Pick a Pumpkin, and I may need my glasses for this, but I tried to write big. Okay, I used the Woolies Quick and Thick, the kind you buy at Michael's. And honestly, I used like hardly any of the ball. So, I mean, if you wanted to make these and you got a ball of it, you could make so many pumpkins. You can make your own patch pumpkins. This color is Fossil. And this color is, I don't know. I want to say pumpkin, but I don't know what it's called. I used an 8mm needle, 16-inch, and I started with magic loop, and then I went into the actual pumpkin, the actual stitches. That's what I'm gonna say. Or did I? This is why I have to write everything down. You know what? I don't think I did. I think there was enough stitches that I used a 16-inch, a 16-inch needle, like the kind for hats, the circumference of a hat. That was this. I started and finished them on the same day, and they use 48 grams of yarn. Super bulky weight if you don't want to use the woolies. And yeah, I'll just write down what I did and these numbers, and you can make your own. But they turned out so cute. And then I just filled them with polyfill. And these are like little sticks that I just got on a walk. So they're cute. And they've been really nice decoration. Okay, so we finished our pumpkins. And if that wasn't strange enough to spend your time on, I knit a pickle. Let me explain. This is a pickle. This is an emotional support pickle. They are very trendy right now. A few weeks ago, I went with another family and their daughters to like a fair, not a fair, like a farmer's market type thing. And there was a booth of crochet things. And she was really good. And she had the cutest stuff. So I remember seeing this chicken with a hole at the bottom and eggs, crocheted eggs that you can pull out. Oh, so cute. Anyway, they had an emotional support pickle. And there was a little tag and it said, you know, I'm here for you because I think you're a big deal. Corny and perfect. So one of the girls said, oh, I want a pickle. So, you know, you tell me you want something, you're gonna get it. Most of the time. Anyway, I went out to Michael's and got this green. Where is the green? Okay, I don't know where it is at the moment. It is the Loops and Threads home, like, I think it's called like Home Comforts or something. I'll write it down below so that we know exactly what I used. And they only really have one green. And this knit up in 30 minutes. I made two. I made one for my daughter for her birthday and one I'm gonna give to my friend's daughter. So it's so cute. Now, I got the pattern on Etsy. It's called Emotional Support Pickle, and it's by Stitches of Spruce. And I can't remember if I followed, no, I think I went down hook size. I used a 6.50 millimeter. I'm a tight crocheter, and then I just followed everything that she did. I think I went for 9 inches, and then I put in the eyes. So these are safety eyes that I bought off Etsy. Like you get a whole bag or a whole box of them. And what I do with things like this is I hot glue them in. So they're not coming out. But I mean, I don't give these to little kids. So I'm not really worried, but if you were to give them to little kids, you wanna make sure that they're in there. And yeah, it's so cute. It's really, and again, I use the same stuffing as I did for my pumpkins. I want that chicken. I think I'm gonna get that chicken pattern. There's great patterns, not so much on Ravelry, but on Etsy of these types of cute crocheted toys like this. They just make really cute things. And also great gifts because they're quick. 30 minutes, that was great. Anyway, that's my pickle. Last finished object is hanging behind me. Let me go to my papers. Okay, so I was working on the Felix cardigan. I started it September 8th and I finished it October 4th. I'll just show it here. And then I want to talk about it a little bit. I guess I can put it on. It won't kill me. I gotta take it off again real quick. Okay, so this is, I'll put up a picture of me wearing it. because we did take some nice fall pictures. All right, let me just stand up so you can see a little bit about what's going on. Okay, so, oh, there's a little pokey. Poke that back. Okay, so let me get my glasses on because I do want to talk about this, because I know we are all in the search for the perfect cardigan. And I've talked about this before. A lot of my cardigans slide off my shoulders, which I don't hate, but you know, when you're out and you're walking, it's nice to not have that happen. Also, this I did buttons. Okay, some modifications I made. No, you know what? First I'll tell you what yarn I used, and then we'll do modifications. Okay, I used the Estelle worsted that I got at Unwind Yarn House here in Newmarket, which is not too far from my home. It was very affordable, and I used, oh gosh, 3 skeins. I bought 4, I used 3. And this doesn't have a color name. It's Dye Lot 2288, and it's alpaca, wool, and nylon. Okay, so for the yarn, I loved it. I would buy it again. It is so soft, really nice to work with, really soft, keeps its shape. Very happy with the yarn. Will it pill up? I have a feeling it will. Don't know yet because I haven't worn it that much. As I was saying, this isn't the best cardigan for me to wear because I can't whip it off. I've got the buttons, but it's not too bad. So for buttons, I decided not to do them all on the button band. So this is a modification I made. I did 3, so it just hangs open, which I quite like. It is pretty. Now, sometimes it pulls and you can kind of see maybe my buttonhole is too big, my buttons are too small. That if it really bothers me, that's kind of an easy fix because I can just like add a stitch or get bigger buttons. What else did I do? I made it a little bit shorter, which I do for all my cardigans. My perfect length from under my arms is 10 inches. Then I start my ribbing. That is like my do or die. Like that's what I have to do for sweaters, for everything, and it hits me where I like it. I feel you think there's a buck coming, and there is. But why did I pick this color? I don't know. I picked this color because I thought I loved it in the store. I came home and the love downgraded to like. I knit the sweater, the like downgraded to, I don't care what people think about me, I like it. We know that's not true. Because I don't even know if this is my color. And I don't go by that. I go by what I like, but at the same time, if I'm looking in the mirror, I have to like it too. I don't know if I do. So now we're in a funny position. I have a sweater that's pretty, fits me well, nice yarn. Boy, do I wish it was a different color. A gray, a beige, a taupe. Gosh, even maybe a red, a burgundy. I don't even know what color this is because it doesn't have a name. You know what? It's looking a little like you can kind of see. It's not green. It's not yellow. I'm going to say something because you're here because you like me. It reminds me of baby poop, the newborn baby poop. Why did I pick a color that reminds me of newborn baby poop? Now I can't get that out of my head. So when I go to reach for the sweater, I'm like, I don't know if I love it. And I'm so disappointed, and this is completely my fault. Who am I gonna blame? Anyway, I'm being very honest right now. So I don't know how often I'll wear this. Or maybe like next month I'll be like, no, I like it. Or maybe I just haven't found the right thing to wear with it. Oh, I don't know. But again, it teaches me how important color is and the longevity of color and what you make, because it takes time to make these things and money, and you gotta love the color. Okay, that's it. That's my TED Talk on color. I'm gonna take this off now. Not because of the color, just because I'm hot. Okay, so that's that. Those are my finished objects. I'm gonna take a little drink while we're gonna start whipping. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whips you've never seen. What? I haven't worked on a couple of things that you had seen. So these are all new cast-ons. But the good news is I'm loving them all. I really love them. So we're just gonna keep on going. And hopefully I'll bring back the WIPS that I'm not working on. So these are all I've been actively working on, like a lot. Okay, let's start with this. In my beautiful Noble Character Crafts bag, Amy's bags that I love, that I use. I found a new designer to me. It's not new. Her name is Irene Lynn, and I started the Arura vest. Let me just get my notes on it, and I'll put a picture up of this vest. Where are you? There you are. Okay, I started this September 29th, and I'm following it to pattern. I'm using the size extra small, which I normally don't do, but it's a very oversized sweater. And I'm slightly concerned it might even be too big for me. I'm hoping it's not. So I'm just gonna talk about this, and then I just wanna give a couple quick thoughts on Irene Lynn, because she really needs to be highlighted. Okay, I am using the beautiful, look at that. The Knitting Loft makes in Toronto, like our gorgeous knitting store, which if you come to Toronto, you have to go to. They make their own yarn, and this is called Cheeky DK. They're Cheeky DK in the color Genie. So it's like a plummy purple, and it is really beautiful. Yay! So I got 2 skeins of this, and I am also slightly concerned I'm going to run out of yarn, which I don't even want to think about. Let me show you what I have so far. So this is how it's looking. Oh my, there we are. I just connected the front and the back. Sorry, the 2 fronts. And now I've got a few more rows to do, and I'm going to be connecting the whole thing. It's all over lace. And I've got my little owl there for fall. Okay, so this is it. She writes the best pattern. This is the best pattern I have ever, one of the best I've ever followed. Being, it is so clear. Like, usually I'm questioning maybe just one thing or another thing on a good pattern. I'm questioning, oh, did they mean this? Oh, did they mean that? She writes it like you don't question anything. It's as clear as a bell. And she also, which I appreciate so much, after every row, she writes how many stitches you should have. And I screwed up my lace somewhere, and I was able to just pull back a few rows to get to the number that I was at. So I think it was like 40, and I should have had 44 That's why my lace was off. So I just tinkered back to where I was with 40 because she writes in every row what I should have. And boy, is that nice. So I went on her patterns and the lace is so easy. Absolutely intuitive. She's just a wonderful pattern writer. I went on to her patterns and there's so many I like. So I'm already thinking, what's my next Irene Lynn pattern? Because they are great. And I'm hoping the next one is as great as this. I can't see why it wouldn't be if this is her style. Anyway, loving this project. So what do you think? You think I'm going to run out of yarn? I think I might. I'm almost at connection and then I have to do some body. Now I think worst case scenario, I don't really need to pick up stitches for the armholes because as you can see, she gives a really nice kind of ribbing by your armholes already. So like if I take that out, then I just need to do this, but that does take a lot of yarn. Anyway, point is, I don't know what I'm doing. Watch this space to find out what I'm doing. I have no idea. Do I order another skein? I really don't want to. I might have to. I really didn't want to bring another color into it. I want like a solid, beautiful color like this. So I probably will have to order another one. Oh dear, more yarn. Anyway, okay, enough. Love it. Love, love, love it. I love not second guessing myself. Like, should I continue or should I? No, this is going to be made. All right, next. What should we do next? Should we talk some Stephen West? Stephen West. I am doing the MKAL. I said I wasn't. See, you can't trust anything I say. I said I wasn't, and I am. So it started, there's always a story. It started, I was at a wedding and I had brought the only MKAL I've ever done. And I was wearing it. And I felt so good in it. And I thought, this is something I wouldn't have picked. Because, you know, Stephen West is fancy. But I love it. And that was the week that the MKAL was starting. And I'm like, should I do the MKAL? And I was like, okay, Tracy, do it if you have yarn at home. And if you don't like it after clue 1, don't do it. So don't tell anyone. Anyway, guys, I love it. Let me show you. So I am way behind, okay? So I just finished clue 1 and it's over. The MKAL is over. Clue 4 was brought out last Thursday. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm very sorry. Let me back up. Stephen West does an MKAL, a make-along mystery shawl. So for 4 Thursdays of the month, he gives a clue. So like, you know, you start it, clue 1, and then clue 2, you build on it. And some of them have been beautiful and some of them have been like bonkers. So I'm always a little like, ooh, should I do it? But this one's called Go Dynamo. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you. I just finished clue 1 and I'm on clue 2. There is brioche in it. I'm not doing that. I'm doing the other option he gives, the eyelets. Yeah, I'm just going to show you because like it's everywhere and like I said, it's over. So I got it in, I'm keeping it in this adorable basket that I got at a farmer's market. I love it so much. And I said to myself, if I have the yarn, and I went in my stash and I had, and again, I don't know if I have enough yarn, but I'm not worried this time because I can just bring in something else. I did want it to be neutral, more neutral, because I just think I'll wear it more than craziness. So this is Knit Crate, which is not a thing anymore. The Knitology in the Tweedy sock yarn. And the color is Bebop. It's coming out a little bit lighter. It's more purpley in real life, like really light lavender with some tweed. So I put that together. I have a couple of these. This is the Holtz garn, and it is the Coast. So it's very soft and in warm brown. So I'm doing these two colors together. And then he wanted you, or if you wanted to, bring in some mohair. He puts in his little mohair dares. So I wanted to do that, and I had some mohair just sitting around in the brown. I don't even know what this is. Who it's by. Yeah, so it's crazy, guys. It's so crazy. Let me show you what we've got going on here. So you start off with circles. Here are my circles. It looks absolutely enormous right now. It looks so big, so long, but he's got secrets up his sleeves. So you make these circles and then you attach them with this garter striping action. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Then you move on to bubbles. Now, for those of you who are doing this, a little hint, I had trouble with the bubbles. I didn't like how they were turning out by the way he said to do them, which is very rare because I always like all his information. But I don't know why it wasn't working out for me. The bubbles were like, I don't know, they were getting too, I don't know, they weren't tight enough for me. They weren't popping enough. Anyway, I went on YouTube and I can't remember the video, but they did bubbles slightly different and I tried that and it worked out much better for me. So if you're having trouble with the bubbles, there's a few ways you can do it. Anyway, finish the bubbles, and they're coming back now. Like the next row, I think, are more bubbles. So we got bubbles going, and then you can brioche or you can do eyelet. And I'm doing eyelet just because I want to bring in the mohair, and I belong to some groups on Facebook that like they're doing the MKAL, and they're like, don't do brioche the first time ever in mohair because you're gonna go crazy. So we don't want that. And I like how it's looking. Anyway, so I'm on clue 2. So it's taking me a while, but I'm really enjoying it. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I'm liking the colors. I think it's gonna be really pretty. Okay, so that's my WestKnit. Go Dynamo. I love it. All right, what do we have next? We'll do some socks next. So, backstory again. One of my son's girlfriends, I made her socks last Christmas, and she wore them to something, and my son's other friend, like their friend, saw the socks and said, whoa, where'd you get those? And she said, Tracy. And she said, oh, I don't have any socks from Tracy. So she's getting socks. You say you don't have any socks from Tracy, you're getting socks. Anyway, so I'm calling these Denny Socks. She doesn't watch this, so it's okay. Her favorite color is orange. So I went in to see what I had, and I started these Friday, October 25th, and I had some Yarnable left from a couple of years ago when I used to get Yarnables in this really pretty, fun, pumpkin-y, folly orange. And then another Yarnable was this, I think this was called Pumpkin Patch, and this was like many years ago. I I really think it might have even been in 2020 or 20, yeah, it could have been 2020. So I thought they look really cute together and fun. So I am making a size medium. I started with 64 stitches. I have a tiny foot, so I always start with 56 stitches. And I am doing it with my 9-inch circulars. I'm trying to love 9-inch circulars. It is faster, but I don't know. Not necessarily easier for me. So I finished this up into the heel. So I'm just doing 2x2 rib. Am I doing 2x2 rib? No, 1x1 rib. I think I did like 10 rounds. And I'm not really following a pattern. Like, I'm just doing stripes, my own stripes, which when I'm done, I'll write, whenever I show them, I will write in the video just my stripes if you're interested in doing stripes, because I think they're looking really cute. So I just did some stripes there, and now I'm going to catch this sock up and I'm going to put in the heel. Now, when I put in the heel, I think this is where my dislike of 9-inch circulars comes from. I'm going to transfer, I thought I put them in here. Oh no. I'm going to transfer them to my, not magic loop, my, where did they go? Oh dear. My needles that are like that. It's not helping. But you know, when you do 2 needles, that's how I normally do it. 16-inch? Maybe. They might be 16-inch. Anyway, I'm going to transfer, do my heel, finish my heel, then I'll finish on these, on the 9-inch. I think that's like the best of both worlds for me. Anyway, working on these, no real timeline. I just want them done. Oh, here they are. They're hanging from my yarn. These. So you put half on one, half on the other, and it's much easier for me to do my heel, my picking up stitches and my heel on these. So that's the plan. Oh, and this is a cute bag from Sweet Comfort Designs, Bobby, and she has her own podcast, Inspired Knitting, but I don't think she makes bags anymore. But I love this bag, it's so sweet. Okay, that's that, and we've got 2 more things left. Next is in my kitchen sink shop fall bag. Isn't it adorable? Look, I got this at a yarn festival last year from her, but I'm going to talk about her at the end because I got some things in the mail. Okay, I did talk to you about tanks. I need tanks, people. I need tanks. All right, so I started a tank. I needed a knit to knit in the dark because my daughter is away at university and we pick her up and take her, and it's from our house, it's like an hour and then an hour back. So let's just say I'm 4 hours in the car a week, and it's always at night. And I was like, you know, you're a knitter. You can't just sit in the passenger seat. What are you going to do? Sit and stare? Like, it's dark. I wanted to knit, but I couldn't look at a pattern or anything. Even socks they were a bit challenging because like I'd get to the heel or whatever. Anyway, point is I needed something very easy. So I bought it's called the Yampa? Is that what it's called? Let me make sure. Yeah, the Yampa tank by Claire from Autumn and Indigo. Claire used to make patterns. She used to dye yarn. really beautiful. I think she's doing other things now, but her patterns are very, very nice. I've made, well, I'll talk about that in a minute, but I have made something from her before. Anyway, I had some beautiful yarn from a friend of mine in Portland who sent it to me. And it is by Ritual Dyes. And I've kind of been saving it. So I pulled it out. This is the color Alabaster, and it's a fingering. So there's 400 yards in this. Again, I might run out of yarn, but I'm not mad about it with this because, well, let me show you it and then talk it out. So basically it's round and round because it's a bottom up, which, you know, is a little more challenging for me anyway to get good fit, but I'm have faith this will work out. So this is where we are so far. So you basically cast on an awful lot of stitches, and I started this on October 22nd. That's not too bad. That was last week. And you basically you're decreasing every number of rounds. So as long as you keep your rounds numbered, like keep track of where you are, there's a huge break between that and just knitting. Knit, 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 knit. So it's very good for the dark. So I've been doing this in the dark, and it's very pretty. It's got like little specks in it. I love the yarn. So I think I'm gonna go as far as I can with the yarn. And like I said, I probably will run out. And then I'm thinking like around here and all the straps, I'm gonna do probably a gray. I think it'll be really pretty. I'm happy with that. So that's the Yampa tank by Claire from Autumn and Indigo. And it's a great travel knit. All right, so while we're talking about Claire, my next WIP is also by Claire. I have done this one before. She has a great cardigan pattern called the Oak Creek cardigan. It is very much like Andrea Mallory's Fade cardigan. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Just not as big a shawl collar, but it's a great pattern. It's very, very easy to follow. Yeah, it's great. When I did the other one, I didn't love the yarn I did it in. It was Melody by Drops, and it was slightly itchy to me. And every time I put it on, it was like, argh. It wasn't itchy. I think it was too fuzzy. Yeah, fuzzy was making it itchy for me. So I like ripped it off. So that I donated that, but I remember thinking I need to make it again because the measurements were great. So I'm doing a small. I started this Sunday, October 13th. Let me show you what yarn I'm using. I don't think I'll run out of yarn. I have quite a bit of this yarn. This is Barocco Vintage DK, and I'm just doing dark gray, light gray. I have way more of this than this. This is all I have of this. So what I'm thinking is, well, I'll show you and then it'll make more sense. I am loving this yarn. This is soft. It's knitting up like a dream. Again, this is great yarn. I'd buy this again. Yeah, I said DK. Okay, another Amy's bags. And this is how far we've gotten. Well, here it is. So you start, it's a top down, and right now you're just raglan increases. That's it. And honestly, it's nice and easy. I've got my little fox there. Put that at the bottom. And so my thoughts are, I'm going to do these little thinner stripes with the gray. And then I'm going to do, Claire has quite a big rib here, which I love. I'm going to do that in the dark gray, and I'll do all the collar in the gray and the ribbing in the gray. So in the dark gray. Yeah. I'll just put it on, but it's so good. This is a nice marriage of yarn and pattern, and it's really soft, and I like that it's not too thick. So here we are. Oh, I think it's gonna be so good. There we go. Well, it's a little hard to see there, but I think it's gonna be very comfortable, and I'm really liking it. So like I said, I have a lot. Oh dear, we're losing stitches. I have a lot, but I'm enjoying everything. I feel good about everything. But I gotta make gifts, guys. I gotta start making some gifts. So some of these things will have to be put on hold, which is too bad because I'm really enjoying everything. And I want to wear everything that I'm making. But I definitely have some gifts. But gifts are quicker. So I'm going to start putting together some things that you can make quicker, that are nice, that are trendy for you know, daughters and girlfriends and sons and boyfriends and things like that. And if I can do a good job of all that, I'll do a video, because I know I appreciate just ideas and seeing things up, like knit up and that type of thing. Anyway, I did receive some things in the mail that I do want to show you, and not even in the mail. I went somewhere too. So let's start with this incredible gift to myself by, I don't want to forget anyone's name, the Kitchen Sink Shop and Pine and Purl, two Canadian makers, came together and did an Anne of Green Gables collab. Okay, you had me at Anne because I love Anne of Green Gables so much. So I had to order it. So here is the bag. Look at her. I love it. And there's the fox. And the inside are all words to do with Anne and quotes that she says. It's a very special bag. I love it. And it came with 3 skeins of yarn by Pine and Purl. So this one is Anne with the green and the red. It is so soft. It's I think it's a cashmere blend. Yeah, superwash, merino, cashmere, and nylon. Just gorgeous. And so soft. So that's Anne. And this one is Gilbert, which has to go with Anne. And this one is Diana. Look at that. Gorgeous. So that was just so special. And they're lovely makers. And I was so happy to support them. So that came. Then these are all Canadian makers. Oh, I'm happy about that. I've been seeing this little box. Oops. By Fox and Pine Stitches, Tara at Fox and Pine Stitches. And I thought I would get one to keep myself organized. And I love it. So you open it up and it's got all these compartments in it. It fits scissors, measuring tape, all the stitch markers. and then it just goes together like this. Really nice. Nice little gift for me. We also, what else did we do? Oh, I'll show that in a minute. We also went to Galt House of Yarn in Cambridge, Ontario. When we were going to a farmer's market, we passed by. Well, it's kind of out of the way, but we passed by. And they were celebrating their 10-year anniversary. So I got this bag. And I just bought a little yarn, you know, just to be nice. I got the Estelle Echo Tweed DK. More because I loved the color. It's hard to see. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a browny gray, if that makes sense, with little speckles. Anyway, I really like it. I'm thinking vest, but I don't know. I think it'd be a really, really nice vest. So that was that. And then the last thing I just picked up, I realized I didn't really have any good like holiday stitch markers, and I'm enjoying my fall ones so much. So I went back to where I got them on Etsy. It's a Canadian maker called Gentle Island. And I got these cuties. So it's a little reindeer and ornament and a tree and like a Santa gnome. They're so cute. I love them. Okay, so that is it, guys. That was a big one. I hope everyone is still with me and doing well. And I'll get this video up as soon as I can. And yeah, just enjoy your knitting and everything that you're doing, and have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.